In this video, we're going to look at the Merrell Vapor Glove 4. Hey guys, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm a big proponent of barefoot running. You know, I believe that we should be moving how we were born. But the next best in terms of the environment that we're in, with all the hazards such as glass and shards and spit and whatever is on the ground these days, is to wear at least minimalist shoes. And so in this video, I'm going to be debuting the Merrell Vapor Glove 4. Okay, there's been a multitude of changes for this year on the Merrell Vapor Glove 4. One for the first part is the tread pattern. It's completely redesigned from before. Remember that the tread is from a TPU material, and that is just a form of plastic basically, and the upper is Cordura, which is a nylon and cotton blend. The front has the same toe cap. The elastic laces have stayed from the previous model, and also a new gradient color design. Shoe weighs 4 ounces, 8 ounces for the pair, and it has a stack height of 6.5 milliliters, with also a 3 millimeter insole. A lot of the complaints on the previous design showed a lot of wear and tear at this moment. Again, now this is a mesh upper, so if you are to do any trail running, you will find that as twigs and rocks snag upon this material, that it will lead to damage. So it's best to avoid actually brushing against anything while using these shoes, because there has to be a compromise between the weight and the durability. It cannot be heavy to where you cannot run and it no longer feels like a minimalist shoe, while at the same time it has to give up or allow for some fragility with that design. How do they compare to the Vapor Glove 3s? I just happen to be wearing my trusty Vapor Glove 3, and from the onset we can see that the toe cap design has been different. Instead of this graph design, we now have more of a contoured layer design. As you look on the bottom, you can tell that the real difference between the two tread patterns, this one actually seems more like a trail pattern than this. This is more so an on-road trail pattern, and now they've redesigned it to where it has a larger nubs and mimics more of an actual trail shoe, which is a great change. Weave of the upper seems a lot tighter and stronger than the previous generation, as you can already see that, again, as the wear and tear at the choke points of the shoe, it will start to fray. And so hopefully with the tighter weave on the upper, that this problem that has seemed to plague all of the Vapor Glove 3s will cease to exist. Now, it has the same elastic laces for easy slipping on and off, same height for that part, same stack height, and roughly the same rear design. So there are significant differences between the models, just not as brash. It's not a full-on redesign. It's just more of an upgrade to what was previously had. They've basically tried to double down on their strengths and to assuage any concerns that they had received from the previous model. So initially, how do they feel? Well, not much different. They fit with the same elasticity around the upper, along with the room from the give from the elastic laces. But my initial reaction is that it has been updated in terms of the color and the design of the upper, in terms of the colorway. But as for the meat and bones of this shoe, there's not much difference. And maybe all of the difference is where I can't see it. Maybe it lies in the engineering and maybe not in the actual aesthetic design of the shoe. But nevertheless, we're gonna test it out. So we're gonna give 3 exercises: dumbbell lunges, deadlift, and we're gonna run on the treadmill. This is just an initial reaction as to how they feel and how they're holding up and how do they feel as I'm putting them through their patterns of dorsiflexion and plantar flexion and the many movements that we can create with our feet. So let's see how they handle. Okay, so we completed all 3 exercises. The lunges went well, the deadlifts went well, and the running went well. And what do I mean by it went well? Well, really what I'm testing for is the lateral movement of the shoe in the deadlift, or maybe the grip or the mobility through doing a lunge. And again, the overall feel for conditioning in the running. How long can I run without pain? How does it feel underfoot? And one thing I can tell you, the biggest difference between the VIFUUR Glove 3 and the VIFUUR Glove 4 is the tread pattern. These are the first impressions of this shoe. And so I really have nothing to base it upon other than a few quick tests and a walk around. Now, as for the feeling of the shoe or the fit of the shoe, again, they're running about a half size larger. The minimalist companies are saying that they're doing this in order to allow for the splay of your toes in movement. You know, as we descend and we land, our feet spread out because it is a suspension system. So it will contract and then expand upon impact. And so they say that they're doing this for that reason, providing that they're oversizing the shoe by a bit. I have about an index finger width space at the back of my shoe when my toe is touching the front. So that may be a problem for you. It isn't for me. Again, I do feel that expansion and I find it necessary. Do I need a whole finger of space? Maybe not, but I'm willing to accept it. It has served me well before, and so I don't have an issue with it. And by that, we're talking about having as little impedance as possible between your foot and the ground. And so maybe that is all the difference that's necessary. And for that, I recommend these shoes. They're the same price, roughly, that you will find the VIFUUR Glove 3s for. So let's hope that there's some more engineering improvements in terms of the durability of the uppers. And if that's the case, along with this new tread pattern, we definitely have a winner and a shoe I would definitely pick as an everyday wear minimalist shoe. Again, thanks for watching this review. I'll be doing more, of course. Please leave your opinions and what you'd like to see in future videos below. Thanks for watching. How do they hold up? Or how do they look differently? And I just happen to have on VIFUUR Glove 3 right now. Okay, no, still good, still good. Don't worry.